I got my clients. I got my clients. I got my clients. You want to know how to get clients? Let's go. Hi guys, Tamika here. Welcome or welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be discussing how to get clients for your medical billing business, or if you're just doing some medical billing on the side. So if you're interested in hearing about that, then please keep watching. So we're going to hop right into it. I have about 5 tips to get clients. These are the tips that I would use. Every time you hear someone talk about tips and strategies and all that stuff, it's always so technical, and you need to do this at this time and that at that time. And I am just not into that. I believe that you can skin a cat different ways. Okay? So you may have gotten your clients this way, this one may have gotten their clients that way, and neither way is wrong. If you got the clients, that was the end goal. That is what's important. So I'm going to start off with my first tip, which is the way that I got my clients. Mainly, I got my clients through word of mouth. That's number one, through word of mouth. I have been doing billing for over 10 years, and I actually work in a doctor's office, and so other doctors tend to know me as well. So they know that I work for this specific doctor, and from what I understand, how I was approached, because I hadn't approached these doctors. I did not approach these doctors. These doctors approached me, and they were like, are you willing to do my billing on the side? I know that you're working for such and such, but I also need billing. And I said, sure, and that's kind of how I got started. So word of mouth, I think, with anything is the best thing. It's maybe the most important thing, because people like to know that other people have used you, that they think you're good. And if someone can recommend you to a doctor, a physician, a hospital, or whatever, then you're going in the right direction. Again, like I said, if they don't know you, you're asking to do their billing. This is one of the most important parts of their practice. They need to learn to trust you. But when someone else is referring you and you're doing that person's billing, then it really helps. So for those of you who maybe work in a doctor's office already, you might be able to get word of mouth from the actual physician that you work for. So that's what I would say is number one. Word of mouth is the best, and that's what I have been using, I guess, and most of my clients I've gotten from word of mouth. Number 2 would be to speak to other people who are in that field. So what I mean is, if you already work in a doctor's office, or you have family and friends who go to specific doctor's offices that maybe you might want to bill for, or most importantly, your own doctor. I mean, sometimes you go into a doctor's office, you and that doctor has that connection. You have been going to him for a while, or her for a while, and you might just start, you talk. It's not always about what's going on, what's the problem. Sometimes you have gotten so close to a doctor and you start to talk about other things. Just mention it to them. They might mention to you, oh, well, I'm looking for somebody who's doing billing. Or, I'm having problems collecting patient balances. Do you know anyone who can do that? Speak to your own doctor. Have your family and friends speak to their doctors. And if you work in a field where you know certain doctors, speak to them yourself. So speaking to other doctors, speaking to, like I said, family and friends, your own doctor, that's number 2. That's a way that you can get clients. You just kind of want to get your foot in the door, okay? Number 3 is to look for new physicians in your area. Now, there might be some doctors who've just gotten out of school, just started to open up their practice, and they're looking for somebody to do their billing. You can go around to them and kind of sell yourself, market yourself. let them know I've just finished a class, or I've been working in medical billing for this amount of time. I've been working in a doctor's office. Use your strong points. Use the things that you know you're good at. So you might not have been able to do the whole medical billing revenue management cycle, but maybe you were doing patient balances, or you were entering in codes and diagnosis, and you've learned a lot about that. Market yourself. Use what you know and let them know what you know. As a new physician, most of the time they don't even understand the whole billing concept, because when they go to school, that's not what they're going for. They're going to learn how to care for patients. So when it comes to billing, they might not even know they have to do that. They might not know how to do it. And so if you come and approach them and let them know what you know about that, that may give them the confidence to say, I'll give this person a chance, see if they can help me, or if they can't help me. And then the other good thing about that is that if they're just starting off, most likely they don't have many patients. And if you're new to medical billing and you don't have too much experience, starting off small with a small practice is very good. I know sometimes people always tell you, oh, I can make $100,000, $70,000, this whole big amount by doing billing. But most of the time, that's because they're doing billing for either many providers in one big practice, a provider who sees lots of patients, who maybe do surgeries. Like, there are reasons why this person could be making that type of money. And if you're new at it, you most likely won't be making that type of money. But if you start off with the doctors who maybe have not so much patients, or you're not billing for 4, 5, 6 providers, then that may be good for you. So if you search out the physicians who are just starting out, just opening their practice, that might be a good way to get a client. Number 4 is to try to get your foot in the door. So if there's a physician that you would like to work for, and he may have someone doing his billing. Let's say you spoke to your doctor and he has someone doing his billing already, but he's having a problem with collecting patient balances. You can say, I can just work on that project. I can work on the project of billing insurance companies that, have outstanding agent report. You can just try and get your foot in the door by doing little projects. You don't necessarily have to do the whole gamut of medical billing. You can just do little projects, and it'll help get you in the door to prove that you know what you're doing. You can even have incentives like, if I can do it for free for 2 months. And if you see that there's an improvement in your agent, if there's improvement in your revenue because of it, then we can talk again about, maybe me doing more, getting paid, all that good stuff. So sometimes you have to negotiate with the physicians, because again, the main thing is building that trust. This is the physician's money. This is what's keeping them going, and they want to make sure that you know what you're doing. So number 4 is to try and get your foot in the door. And number 5, last but not least, which is what also helped me as well, but there are so many medical billing companies, people who want to do medical billing out there, that this one, like I said, I did it. It actually did work and help me, but I didn't really like it. But that is ads. So if you're starting out, you may want to put out some ads. The problem I have with ads is that with an ad, everybody's going to always try to make it seem like they know exactly what they're doing. Oh, we can get you money the fastest. Oh, we can do this and we can do that. But like I said, I really don't. I've done it. It has gotten me a client or two, but it's really not the strategy that I use. Maybe I'm not doing it right. I don't know. I'm not an advertiser. I am a medical biller. So I don't know. But that is a way that you can maybe advertise on Facebook, advertise on Instagram, advertise in the newspapers, in your local newspapers. I mean, I know people seem like they don't use that anymore. Radio stations, things like that. All of that, of course, takes money, especially to get to a wide audience. So you might not have that type of money to do that. I know for myself, I've never done a radio ad. I've never done a TV advertisement or anything like that because that takes a lot of money. But I have done Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and I have gotten a client or two from that. So those are my 5 tips. I hope they are helpful and mostly realistic is what I want them to be, because like I said, there are many ways to skin a cat, and you don't have to do it the same way all the time. And before I end this video, I'd like to thank the person on Instagram, and I'll put it somewhere on the screen, the person who asked me this question, because I did a video. If you didn't see it, I'll link it above, but it was about how to get a medical billing job. This is a little bit different because if you are trying to start a business, or if you are trying to do medical billing on the side, you would approach it differently than the steps or the tips that I had given to you before in the other video. So I'd like to thank that person. I'm going to put that person's name up on the screen somewhere, and I hope this was helpful for that person and for you guys to try and figure out how to get clients. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. And I make videos weekly. If you have any videos that you would like to see, please let me know below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.